Welcome folks back to another rebuild, and today we're going to go back to Germany where Tuchel, after 3 defeats on the bounce in all competitions, has decided to step down at the end of the season. With it being forced or not, he is going, and there will be a vacancy free at Bayern Munich. I think the last straw was the last defeat against Bochum 3-2 not so long ago. And as you can see in the table currently, they are lying in second position, a staggering 8 points behind Leverkusen and just 4 points ahead of third place Stuttgart as well, with Dortmund quite some way behind. But even so, 8 points behind at this late stage. Is there any way back for Bayern to win the league? And this is where we're going to step in for this season. We're going to make sure that doesn't happen, that we remain in the job and we continue winning the league and other trophies in the next 5 years. So they are a club founded in the 1900s, having enjoyed their greatest era in the 2010s. They are undoubtedly one of the most successful clubs in Germany, boasting a proud collection of 84 competition wins. They won the Champions League on 6 occasions and finishing runners-up on 5 occasions. They have won the German top flight 33 times and are 10 times runners-up. And also they have won the World Club Championships in 2013 and 20, and also the Cup Winners' Cup in 1967. They have won the Bundesliga quite a fair bit on the bounce, actually, to be fair, and they are at risk of losing this season currently in real life. Won the Pokal Cup in 2020. The last time they won the Champions League was in 2020 as well. So we're going to try and replicate all of that and see if we can get them winning trophies once again in what appears to be quite a dismal season for them so far. And just look at the transfer budget. We've been given a staggering £34 million. I don't think I've ever had a budget that big at the start of any season with anybody so far. That's brilliant. The favourite formation, 2 DMs. I'm really happy with that. But with Bayern Munich, I would expect them to be more attacking with the players that they have got. So we will have a look at some of the players and see where it's best fit them. They have got a lot of loan obligations which appear to be all out on loan, none coming in. And the board's vision for the future, sign German players. So that's going to be a difficult one, I think, but we'll see if we can scope all around the world and see if we can get as many German players as we can. Sign players based in Germany. That might be just as difficult because I'm sure a majority of the better ones are out of the country. Play attacking football, develop players using the youth system, entertaining football, and sign players for the domestic rivals. Okay, let's weaken Dortmund. Let's definitely weaken Leverkusen. The thing is, will they let us buy players off them? That's the question. Minimum 1-year contracts for over 34s. There's nothing to say there's an age limit on the players that they want to sign. So it looks like anybody's fair game. So before we start off looking at the squad, coaching staff doesn't look too bad. I'm sure that can be improved. We can get another coach in there at least anyway. Their recruitment team looks very poor. I think it's teetering on average. So we're going to have to get a lot more scouts in for that. And our medical staff looks second to none. Finance is 121 million in the bank. Like I say, £34 million transfer budget. We have got about £220,000 a week in the wages budget, which is really nice to have. Debts, none, as you probably would expect. So as you can see, from 2013, they've not let go of this Bundesliga title. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 trophies on the bounce and in danger not extending that. Their squad, wow, I expected a lot more players, to be perfectly honest. I mean, there is a lot of players injured. 3 months for Guerrero, 3 weeks for Muller, Neuer, 3 months. What on earth has been going on here? Kimmich then, 28 years old, looks really decent. DM, midfield. Do we go 2 DMs or do we push and have attacking players? I don't know what to do just yet, but he did play right back at one point, did he not? But he looks absolutely superb. Harry Kane, a player we all know. Stats very, very high end. Definitely our striker at the moment. Neuer, 37-year-old goalkeeper, still brilliant, but he's 37 years old. If we can get somebody in better, great, but it's going to be difficult. Leroy Sané, 27 years old, winger, either side, and play cam. King Min Jae, defender, 26, target of Manchester United earlier this season, and yeah, definitely a player that we will be hanging on to if we can. Goretzka as well, 28 years old, midfield or DM or cam. Kingsley Coman, another winger, left or right. Brill, very pacey as well, 27 years old. And Matthijs de Ligt. For some reason, I thought he was a lot older than that, but definitely him and Kim Min-jae, definitely our back line sorted there, I think, at least in the centre. Thomas Muller, 33 years old. We definitely want to be looking for another player, though, but might be able to get a season out of him. Musiala, another cam player. I mean, he probably will be the preferred option to Muller in the cam role. Gnabry, right wing, reasonably quick, 28 years old. Alphonso Davies, another player, right back, or left back actually. I thought it was right back. Upamecano, defender. Again, we've got quite a good array of defenders. Mathis Tel, 18 years old, winger. I definitely want to be using him, but we've got better players that can go out on the wing. We may put him up there, see what happens. Nubel, goalkeeper, he's out on loan. So, I mean, we've literally gone through the whole squad. I mean, how often is it that we do that? Wow. So, our second team doesn't appear to be much in there at all. That is disappointing. Under 19s. Couple of high potential, Wana and Arwen Ibrahimovic. 17 years old, attacking midfielder. I tell you what, he looks pretty stacked. Exciting young players, only 17 years old. We're definitely going to have to bring some players in, that's for sure. And we've got £34 million to do it. I feel like we're very, very light in the squad. Right, with just a couple of additions this for this window, at least anyway. We bring in David De Gea, free transfer, and he's taken a pay cut of to 77 grand a week, which is phenomenal. A world-class goalkeeper. Neuer is out injured for a couple of months, so we had to bring somebody else in. And Perez possibly could do a job for us, but I really wanted somebody who's going to be world-class, really, to suit the team, and I think David De Gea will do that, even if it is for a season or two, to find somebody younger and better. From Leipzig for £15 million, we bring in Benjamin Henrichs, right back or left back. I think he's going to be playing more or less a right back for us. We are a little bit shy on that side, and even though Kimmich can play there, I'm more inclined to have him as a defensive midfielder, but good pace, acceleration, his mentals look pretty good as well, and his other stats are pretty stacked as well. Finally, from Cologne for £9.5 million, I think it was, we bring in defensive midfielder Eric Martel, a youngster, 21 years old. It was probably one of the better young players that we could find out there, especially off our rivals. So we've gone and done that, we've ticked the boxes. And to be perfectly honest, our side wasn't really weak. It was just weak as in not enough players in the squad. So that's what we've done. We've just bolstered our squad size. And plus, he's one for the future with great potential as well. But we have locked in Henrichs and we have locked in Tell. I want to see what this young lad can do. He can play on that left hand side, he can play up front, but I want him as a left winger. He's got bags of potential, and there's a lot of talk about him in the news recently with Manchester United eyeing him up. Everything's gone to plan so far. Won the Super Cup, we beat Leipzig 3-0, then we beat Werder 3-2, 3-0 against Augsburg and 5-0 against Mönchengladbach. We've got Leverkusen next, who aren't doing pretty well currently in this game. As you can see, they're lying third from bottom. We're top of the table, 3 for 3, and we've drawn Arsenal, Lazio and Lens in the Champions League. And we've also got Saarbrücken in the Pokal Cup, of whom if we beat, we'll play Nuremberg as well. As predicted, 4-11 to win the league. Our job this season is to win the league, not get sacked, and remain in the job, really, to be fair, and just do better than what they are doing in real life. So let's crack on to our first season and see how we get on. Oh no, that was very unexpected. We finished in second position in the league. Wow, okay. We lose by 3 points despite having a better goal difference. We lost one game in the last 5 games. That's really upset the apple cart a little bit. And a draw, we totally messed things up towards the end of the season. It was really a two-horse race. Leverkusen, where did they finish incidentally? 8th. They didn't do it as well as they are doing in real life then, but we're still second. We didn't win. I'm just hoping we did a lot better in the competitions. Fair to take it away from the league because it's not acceptable. We should be winning the league regardless, I feel. If we have a look at our form in the league, I mean, we were unbeaten until we played Dortmund and we lost 3-2 and Frankfurt 1-0. We still had quite a lot of wins, a 6-0 win over Freiburg there. Another stretch of unbeaten run, a 6-2 win over Freiburg. Did we beat Freiburg twice then? 6-0 and 6-2. Okay, well that's acceptable. But we lost to Union Berlin 4-3. How did that even be? Wow, we got stuffed. And the draw against Hoffenheim at the end as well. So yeah, we kind of tuning up in that game as well. We don't even have a top goal scorer. Sané gets second best player in the league. Tell with 12 assists in the league, and Kimmich as well with 11. Neuer 15 clean sheets, so he did come back in the end after his injury. And Sané joint most player of the match awards. But would you look at that though, it's kind of taken the highlight off not winning the league. We've won the Champions League. We beat PSG 2-0 in the final. We've won the Pokal Cup and the Super Cup. So we've won the domestic double and a Champions League. Okay, I can live with that. In the group stage, we did come top of the table, winning 5 of the 6 games and drawing 1. That was against Arsenal. But we did beat everybody. We beat Arsenal 6-1 away from home. Wow. The round of 16, we beat Inter 5-4. Just scraping through. Quarterfinals, we beat Barcelona 4-3 on aggregate. Again, scraping through. The semi-final, we played Leipzig. We beat them 3-0 thanks to a second leg 3-0 victory. And then obviously the final with PSG beat Man City in the semis. Pokal Cup, how did we fare in that? 6-0 against Dresden in the final. I mean, that is totally destroying them. We win 4-0 against Union Berlin. Of course, we lost to them. Near the end of the season as well, which cost us the league. We beat Dusseldorf 2-0. We beat Hoffenheim 3-0. And we beat Nuremberg 4-0. And 4-0 against Saarbrücken. So we didn't even concede a goal in the cup competition. Fantastic stuff. Dortmund beat Delmshorst 7-1 there. And the German Cup we know about. But 3 cup wins, I have to say I've got to be happy with that. Disappointed we didn't win the league though. Let's have a look. Some of our players have goals all around. Musiala, 21 years old, 5-star player. What a player. Wow. That's exactly what I wanted to see the youngsters coming through. 29 goals, 10 assists in 38. Sané, 26 and 20. He's only 28. Harry Kane, 26 and 4. Disappointed he didn't score as many goals though, it has to be said. I expected a lot more, but I'll take it. Muller played a few games as well, 13 and 5. Tell, oh my word, he's injured as well. He's been out since 1st of June. I think I was right to keep him in. 12 and 18 in 52 games. That is fantastic for the young'un. 19 years old and he produces something like that. It's no surprise that everybody's after him. Goretzka, 29 years old, still got a job to do, 5 and 3. 18 assists for Kimmich, and Henrichs 10 assists as well. Nubel, who's out on loan. Ooh, conceded 62 a game. Wow. Okay. But David De Gea, 10 games he played, 3 conceded, 8 clean sheets. He should have carried on playing. And Neuer, 38 now. He is dropping off a little bit. We are going to need another goalkeeper, I think. So we're going to have to offload some of these players here. Neuer, 33 and 44. That's not bad at all, though, to be fair. 23 clean sheets. That is fantastic. I think we're going to be hard-pressed to find somebody better than these guys. De Gea, I would like to have as a backup goalkeeper if we get somebody young and better, though, to be fair. Going into next season, though, we have been given a whopping £48 million in the bank. I'm not sure if the prize money has been come through yet or not, so we'll see what happens there. But we've been given more than what we got in the bank, though, so that's kind of worrying. We lose a major player in our club. He's gone to Saudi for, I think it was £79 million. An absolute beast in midfield, so which meant we had to go out and get somebody else. However, we have replaced him. And a younger version in my reckoning. One that's going to stick around for quite a while. But 79 million for Goretzka. 29 years old. He had a year left on his contract. I couldn't really say no. There wasn't much out there. So we had to broaden our horizons. outside of Germany. So we spent £90 million from Chelsea for Caicedo. I said we had to go outside of Germany, and I think we had no choice in the end. But £90 million, it's a lot of money, but I think it's money well spent. If we're going to have the best players at the club and dominate, we have to bring them in, German or not. So we're going to defy the board on this one. We also take Seaman from Stuttgart. I've used him before. He's an excellent goalkeeper, great potential, £15 million. We did lose Neuer. He went to Saudi. He didn't renew his contract. He didn't want to. And I think he's 39 years old now. So we had to look elsewhere. We still have David De Gea, and we've still got Perez as well. David De Gea will be our number one choice, but we're going to stick Seaman in there, lock him in now. We did it with Tels. I'm hoping the same is going to happen with him as well. So come on, Dennis. Let's prove him wrong. And for £50 million from Leverkusen, we decided to nick somebody off our rivals. £50 million for Frimpong. I felt we needed a proper right back, and I think he will do the job for us. His physicals look absolutely amazing. His mentals look great, and he can dribble with great technique. And already he's smashing his average rating. So sticking with the same formation, Caicedo's going to sit into the midfield. Teller's going to be on the left wing again, and Frimpong on the right hand side with Seaman locked in. Because if we don't lock him in, David De Gea will occupy that space. So far, so good. We did lose the UEFA Super Cup though to Liverpool 3-0. Disappointed with that result. We did win the Super Cup against Dortmund 3-1, so I'm really happy with that against our nearest rivals with Gnabry netting 2 late goals there. The Bundesliga, we played Stuttgart 2-1, Heidenheim 5-1 and Freiburg 7-3. I mean, what a game that is. 2 late goals for them just to make it respectable, but the game was already won by the 60th minute. And then we won our first round in the Pokal Cup 6-0. The Champions League going to the funny group stage now, where we play Barcelona, Atalanta, Sturm Graz, Wolfsburg, Young Boys, Liverpool, AC Milan, Anderlecht and Feyenoord. I'm expecting us to get out of that and hit this round of 16 off the bat. We're currently lying in second position behind Dortmund, unfortunately. I'm hoping that's not the way it's going to go. And we've drawn Wolfsburg in the next round of the Pokal Cup as well. So I'm expecting a couple of more wins if we may. And we are predicted 1-4 now to win the league. So after last season's disappointment, let's hope we don't do it again. So let's get on to season 2 and hopefully bring home the league once again. We've only just gone and won the league. We've got our league back. We did lose it last season, regained it, and that was the most important thing, to get Bayern Munich back to the top. And I think that's what we have done. We've done it quite convincingly, actually. 16 points, I would say. 101 goals scored, 22 against. That is absolutely incredible. Dortmund, they only conceded 27 as well, though, but didn't score as much as us. But 26 wins from 34. That's fantastic stuff. And we have Harry Kane and Martis Tell leading goal scorers in the division. Tell is starting to look really, really good now. He gets the best player of the season as well. Frimpong with the most assists. Sané with the most man of the match awards. And Dennis Seaman, 15 clean sheets this season. See how well he's progressing. Looks okay at the moment, but I'm sure he's going to get better and better. And Tell, how is he doing? He looks phenomenal. I mean, although he does say he can play up front, with a finishing at 14 isn't too bad. But I think I prefer him out on the wing. He can dribble. Crossing's not brilliant, but as long as he can cut inside, it doesn't matter. League-wise, we did stay unbeaten right up until November, where we lost 2 on the bounce, including a 1-0 home defeat to Dortmund, which probably wouldn't have gone down well. But we picked ourselves up again and just carried on winning. A lot of green here. And we lose again against Frankfurt. And then from March onwards, including an 8-0 victory over Dusseldorf, a 5-1 victory over Frankfurt, 5-1 over Leipzig, 5-1 over Leverkusen. Wow, we're just looking a lot of goals being scored. It's no surprise we scored 101 goals this season. But if we have a look at the rest of the competitions, we are in the Club World Championships, which is, I believe, is happening in June as well. So we'll have a look at that when we come back for the transfer. So we'll have a look, see how well we did. Champions League, we get knocked out by Dortmund, actually, in the round of 16, disappointingly. So if we have a quick look at the league phase, where did we finish? We finished in 15th position. We didn't lose a game. We drew 5 games though. Dortmund finished in the top half, or the top 8, so they progressed to the round of 16 straight off, and we didn't. But 5 draws against Feyenoord, AC Milan, Liverpool, Young Boys and Barcelona. We did beat Anderlecht, Sturm Graz and Atalanta. Disappointed we didn't get any further. Only 2 points off though. Automatic qualification though to the round of 16. Of whom we played Atletico Madrid and absolutely smashed them 7-2 over the 2 legs. That's crazy. In the round of 16 we lost 3-1 overall to Dortmund, losing the second leg 2-1. They go on and win it, maybe? Man City went and won it against Liverpool after extra time. The Super Cup we know about. So the Pokal Cup we lost in the quarterfinals to Leipzig. A 2-0 loss there. Disappointing again. We win that, we go on and win the competition. Did they go and win it, Leipzig? Yes, they did. 5-3 against Hertha. And the German Super Cup, we did win that one. So we won a domestic double of sorts. Squad-wise, look at Harry Kane, 5-star player, 31 years old. I don't think there's any chance of letting him go anytime soon. Not when he's playing like this. Wow, that's incredible. Tell though, we are going to have to look for another striker though, unfortunately. But Tell could fit that bill. Could we stick him in there now? Cash in on Harry Kane if Saudi come knocking on the door maybe. Sané, 29 years old, looking extremely great as well. 22 and 15, 27 and 12 up for Tell, 32 and 2 for Kane. 19 and 8 for Musiala as well. He's only 22 years old. That's insane. Kimmich, he's now 30 though, 2 and 10. 27 assists for Frimpong. That's wow. Davies, 11. Just puts it in perspective a little bit, doesn't it? And Seaman, 20 clean sheets, 43 conceded and 49. I mean, that's not too bad. Did David De Gea play any? 3 games, 1 conceded, 2 clean sheets. It just goes to show that maybe we should be playing David De Gea maybe. But it's nice to have around. Going into next season though, wow, we've got a whopping £93 million to improve the side. That is superb. I do feel we need to get another striker just in case of Harry Kane and possibly another few midfielders. Maybe Kimmich is now into his 30s. So if the Saudis do come knocking on the door, we can cash in. But that is a magnificent amount of money to play with. Right, let's start with the outs. We have lost a lot of big players to Saudi. I had a feeling they were going to come this season, and boy have they. Leroy Sané, a player I wasn't planning on letting go, he went to Al Ahly for up to £124 million, £102 million up front. I couldn't say no. I think it was 29-30. So we let him go. Coman, to me, Tells is far better. And on the right side, he's not as good as Sané was playing there. So we've had to adapt. He's gone to Al Hilal for up to £74 million, £68 million up front. Again, we couldn't say no. And Arsenal came in for Henriks for up to £25 million. Wow. They were the 3 main players that we did lose. And Guerrero, I was planning on hanging on to, but Monaco came in with the £8 million offer, and who am I to say no on that as well? So we did bring in quite a little bit of money, £197 million in total, which meant we did have a bumper transfer window. Our first signing from Arsenal, we bring in Bukayo Saka for £120 million. We needed a replacement for Sané, and he is that replacement at 23 years old too. What a player, and he's already repaying us back tenfold. From Dortmund for £80 million, I was talking about an extra striker for Kane. Saudi did come for him, but Kane's got another couple of seasons with us, so I wasn't prepared to let him go just yet. So Mukoko, 20 years old, definitely can fill in them boots. We'll see if he gets any game time this season. I'm hoping he will do, but we'll see what happens. But he's got amples of potential. And for £17 million from Schalke, we bring in Hassan Odrego. Can play really to help out, and Musiala, he can't do it all on his own. And I think this young lad at 19 years old, again, he's got bags of potential as well. So we're bringing in youth that will hopefully get the game time they require and improve at the same time. So we're sticking with the same formation. It worked last season. The only thing we are doing now, we have brought Tell on as an inside forward on attack. So if we pick our best 11, Saka sits on that left-hand side and Gnabry on the right-hand side. So that's why I've locked in Tells on that left-hand side. And the Club World Championships, we did go ahead and win it. So if we go through some of the results. So towards the end of last season in June, after the season ended, we played SEP. We smashed them 8-1. Al Nassr, we smashed them 5-1, 13-0 against Sundowns. That was in the group stage. Then we played River 2-0 in the second round. Quarterfinals, we played Boca 3-1. The semi-finals, we played Porto. We smashed them 5-3. And in the final, we beat Chelsea 5-2. I mean, we beat Chelsea 5-2. I mean, what can I say? Upamecano scoring, Tells with a brace, and Harry Kane with a brace as well. The friendlies out without a hitch, apart from the Barcelona 3-2 loss. We even beat United 5-0 with Harry Kane hat-trick in that one, and Saka getting a brace in that one as well. Played the Super Cup, we smashed that 2-0, so that's the third one on the bounce in the Super Cup, so that's happy about that. The Pokal Cup first round, we smashed SN 13-0 with Harry Kane bagging 5 goals in that one and a hat-trick from Musiala. The league campaign, we've started against HSV 2-1, Mainz 2-1 and 3-0 against Augsburg. Not as impressive, it has to be said, but I'm hoping that's going to improve. The Champions League, we have been drawn against Liverpool, Feyenoord, Aston Villa, Young Boys, Man City, Ajax, Tottenham and Sevilla. I'd like to say we can finish in the top 8 and progress directly to the round of 16 in this one. We are sitting second in the table behind Leipzig, who are 3 for 3 as well. Dortmund, we're at Dortmund. Oh, there they are. 4 points. And we are 1 to 4 favourites to win the league ahead of Leipzig and Dortmund. So let's get on to our third season. And fingers crossed we can bring home the title once again, as well as the other trophies. Title has been won again, and quite convincingly this time. 20 points in it. Fantastic, with a 1 loss all season. That is even better. Who did we lose to? Stuttgart 2-0, and they finished in 5th position in the Europa League spot, but we're in the Champions League once again. 28 wins this season, 5 draws, 1 loss, 106 goals. I think that's more than last season, I believe. Yeah, we got 101 last season. 24 conceded, 82 goal difference. Just dominated this league this season once again. Harry Kane gets joint top golden boot winner with Selke from Cologne. We occupy the best plays in the league and the top 3 assisters in the league as well as player of the match award with Musiala and Davies. And Seaman gets 15 clean sheets to his credit this season. A fantastic effort. So that 1 loss came in November, the 1st of November, and that's all we suffered. Wow, 7-1 victory over Leverkusen. Wow, that's just shown exactly what we're all about, doesn't it? We did start off very sluggish though until we got into our rhythm. Then we started putting the ball in the back of the net, but 2 blips there, Stuttgart and the Mönchengladbach, but we do carry on with, 7 wins on the bounce there, including a 4-0 victory over Cologne in the end. Union Berlin 4-1, 6-0 against Wolfsburg. Dortmund, we beat 2-0. Did we play Dortmund up there? We drew 3-3 away from home. But there's a lot of wins in there. 7-1 over Hertha, 5-0 against Hoffenheim. Stuttgart 5-2 in the return fixture, and then Schalke 4-0. 8-0 Union Berlin right at the end of the season as well. The rest of the competitions, however, apart from the Super Cup that we won early on, we came runners-up in the Pokal Cup. And we lost to Dortmund 2-1, despite Harry Kane, Musiala and Tell all getting the high scorers in the competition. This is crazy. Semi-finals, we beat Onnersbrock 6-1. Wow. Quarter-finals, 3-1 against Stuttgart, 5-2 against Freiburg, 9-1 against Grossbach as well. I don't think we entered the first round. Oh, we did 13-0 against Essen, that's correct. We did score a lot of goals in this competition, but disappointing not to come away with a victory though. And in the quarter-finals of the Champions League, we lost 4-2 to Barcelona. It's disappointing to get knocked out there at that point, with Liverpool, AC Milan and Inter going through. Wonder who actually won it. But round of 16, we beat Manchester United 3-2 thanks to a 3-1 home victory. Well, it's good to know that we qualified in the top 8, 6th in total. Just that 1 loss to Man City. We drew with Young Boys and Liverpool, but beat Sevilla, Tottenham, Ajax, Villa and Feyenoord. The final, Barcelona beating Liverpool 2-0. So once again, disappointment in the cup competitions, but it is a domestic brace once again. Goals. Wow, look at Harry Kane. 49 goal contributions from 56. 45 of them goals. That's incredible. I hope he is wanted. He is wanted up to £75 million. He has got a year left on his contract. I'm just very tempted to hang on to him as long as possible, unless someone comes in with a silly offer of which case we have got Mukoko. Where is he? He got a couple of games, not an awful lot though, unfortunately. Tell, 30 goals and 13 assists. Musiala, 30 and 19, 23 and 18 for Saka, 23 assists for Frimpong and Davies. That's incredible. There are 2 wing backs, as well as scoring goals for themselves as well. 20 assists for Kimmich. I mean, he's 31 now. He's going to be very, very tough to replace. 12 assists there for Mazraoui as well. I mean, everybody getting involvement one way or another. And 52 goals conceded by Seaman and 20 clean sheets. He's starting to look a little good now. Still a long way to go. But 15 clean sheets in league. Conceded a little bit more this time, but he did play a few games more. Ratings round about the 7s. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So let's have a look, see what they're going to be giving us next season. Wow, okay. £113 million. I'm sure we can bring in 1 or 2 players. If we lose Harry Kane or Kimmich, then we will have to go all out and get big replacements, that's for sure. I'm going to find it very difficult improvements to the side though, to be honest. Once again, we start off with the out £71 million brought in. Gnabry goes to Napoli for up to £31.5 million. We also lose Lema to Real San Sebastian for 25. And Perez has gone to Wolves for £14 million. And Martel has gone to Al Shabab for up to £4 million as well. So a little bit of money coming in just to extend our transfer budget. Managed to bring in 2 more players, which I'm really, really excited about. The first one is Kai Havertz. We're bringing back to Germany for £125 million from Arsenal. They did not want to let him go, I can tell you. It was a hard fought battle, but we managed to do it. He's going to be our midfield. He could play in cam position as well. Musiala plays there also. And to be perfectly honest, there's been a lot of talk about Kimmich as well. Some of the Saudi teams are coming in for him. And to be perfectly honest, they're only offering half his value. I wasn't prepared to let him go, so we extended his contract for another season just so we have him. And I think his contract runs out till 2028 now, so we may yet still let him go next season. And same with Harry Kane as well. They weren't coming in with enough money. So hopefully, fingers crossed, next season we will have a couple of more offers and some more money on the table. But Kai Havertz comes in. He's played a few games already. Goals, assists, average rating. Looks absolutely fantastic. And it's going to suit our changed formation ever so slightly. And from Leipzig, we decided to weaken them. We bring in Noah Tabulu, another goalkeeper. We have got Perez. Well, we did have Perez until he's gone now. So £49 million, I think it was. A lot of money, but to rival Seaman, who doesn't seem to be going up as quick, but he seems to be changing that roundabout now. If we do a comparison between him and Dennis, it's very close. Dennis is just slightly better, but only just. I mean, the stats speak for themselves, but yeah, it's very, very close between the two of them. Dennis is 20 years old. Noah is 24. We've got 2 of probably the best goalkeepers in Germany at the minute, I think, up and coming. And yes, we have them at Bayern. They're going to be fighting it out between themselves. So if one doesn't play, one can come in and do a job for us. And I know they can. And plus, I didn't know where else to spend the money. So I thought we might as well get in a better goalkeeper. I did say we changed the formation ever so slightly. We brought the 2 DMs up into midfield. 1 central midfielder on defend and DLP on support. And nothing else has changed apart from that. So if we pick our best 11, if it lets me, Kimmich, Casado, Musiala, Saka, Tel, Kane, Frimpong. We did have Mukoko in the friendlies. He did pretty well, but obviously while Kane's still here, he's going to be our number 1. Davies, Kim Min-jae, De Ligt, and Seaman in goals. There's no room for Havertz at the minute, but he is going to slot into one of them positions there. And apart from the first game in the friendlies where we changed formation, we lost 4-3 to Manchester United. We haven't really put a foot wrong since. We've been scoring goals aplenty. The Super Cup, we maintained that once again, beating Dortmund 4-0. Bonn, we beat in the first round 8-0. Then we started the Bundesliga campaign in defence of our title. 6-0 against Mainz, 3-0 against Dortmund, and 2-0 against Leverkusen. Probably our nearest rivals there, Leverkusen and Dortmund, and we've just beaten them. The Champions League, we have been drawn against Barcelona, Benfica, Rosenborg, PSV, PSG, Napoli, Slavia Prague and Villarreal. Fingers crossed we should be able to get into the top 8 with that, and the way we're playing I don't see any reason why not. We're top of the table with Leipzig as well, better goal difference though, and the season preview has us 2-7 odds to win the league, so the odds are getting much better in our favour. Dortmund, Leipzig and Leverkusen all behind us and chasing. So let's simulate our 4th season. Fingers crossed we can bring the league back. We've already got the Super Cup. I want the Pokal Cup and I also want the Champions League again. Good news is we have retained our title, so that's 3 titles on the bounce now, and it looks like we've got less points than we have done in the previous seasons. I think we've been averaging around about 80 plus. We've got below 80 this time. We only win the league by 7 points, so lost 4 games to Mönchengladbach, Frankfurt, Leipzig and HSV. I mean, to say we're dominant, it's not as dominant as in last 2 seasons, but dominant all the same. Harry Kane, wow, has he dropped off? He looks like he's dropped off one hell of a lot, but he still looks good though, doesn't he? Might be time to cash in on him this season. 16 goals for him this season. Saka gets 17. Haller of Dortmund gets 18 and top goal scorer. Kimmich and Saka get most assists for the season, and Kimmich and Saka again are 2 of our best players as well. And Seaman gets 17 clean sheets and retains the Golden Glove. So after a very good start, 6 wins from 6, we lose our first game. Well, we lose 2 in the month of October. In fact, we lost 4 games in the next 10 games probably. A 3-0 loss to Leipzig. That's disgraceful. And Frankfurt as well. Without reply, 3 of them losses as well. Werder, we win 6-2. We do go unbeaten though from January though, to be fair. A 5-0 win over Werder. Dortmund we win 3-1. 5-1 win over HSV, we get our own back. 5-0 Leipzig. 4-0 Frankfurt. It's not as impressive as last season, but there's a lot of 4s and 5s in there. Competition wise, we have done the domestic treble. We have won the Pokal Cup alongside the Super Cup and the league now. So who did we win in the final? We beat Cologne 4-2 in the final. The semi-finals, we beat Leverkusen 3-0. Beat St. Pauling, the quarterfinals 3-0 as well. We beat Mainz 1-0. Only just though. We beat Freiburg 4-1 and we beat Bonn 8-0 in the first round. Well, I'm happy we went ahead and won that. So we got the Pokal Cup back that we won in the first season. So that's the domestic treble done. But we lost in the semi-finals to PSG though. 6-1. Wow. We took a hammering in the first leg, 5-0. Wow. The league phase, how did we do? We finished top in the league. Only drawing to Napoli, but we beat Villarreal. Slavia Prague, we smashed. We beat PSG in the league phase, 2-0. PSV, Rosenborg, Benfica, Barcelona even. I mean, we've gone through that unbeaten and scoring goals. And we lost to PSG in the end, who finished 6th. In the round of 16, we beat Arsenal 1-0. So we only just scraped through in the quarterfinals, smashing AC Milan 5-3, a 4-1 second leg win. The final then was won by PSG. So we are losing to the eventual winners, but I would like us to be the eventual winners at some point. So looking at our squad, it looks very thin on the ground, it has to be said. 33 goals for Harry Kane and 26 and 21 for Saka, who's doing wonders on that right hand side. 22 and 16 for Tel, 16 and 14 for Musiala, 10 and 9 for Havertz. That's not bad going either. 9 and 0 for De Ligt, got 9 goals. Kingmin J, 6 and 1. 23 assists for Kimmich. 18 for Frimpong. It's just amazing. And Seaman, who's looking pretty good as well. He conceded 45 with 27 clean sheets. Amazing. And a backup goalkeeper, not any game time, unfortunately. Mokoko getting a bit of game time, but not enough, I don't think. But I think this might be the last season we may see Harry Kane possibly, and maybe even Kimmich. They're going to be so hard to replace, I must admit. But we have got Havertz, who's done pretty well. And that's not bad, pushing our DMs up into the midfield roles. So I'm pretty pleased with that. Next season, wow, it just gets better and better, doesn't it? For the final season, we have been given £125 million. That could increase if we let go of Harry Kane and Kimmich, but we'll see what happens. So we lose another 2 big players. Kim Min-jae has gone to Liverpool for £65 million, and Harry Kane, we finally succumbed to Al Nassr for £55 million, with him being 33 and in his last season, I think it may have been, we managed to wiggle out a little bit more money out of them. He's finally gone, so it does pave way to some more young players. The first one being Rasmus Højlund, an elite striker for £130 million. There wasn't really much out there as in young strikers, and he was probably the pick of the bunch. And to be perfectly honest, he looks pretty damn good. I'm hoping that he's going to fill in Kane's boots, but we'll see what happens. But he's already scored 5 goals in 5 matches for us already, 2 in 3 in the league, and an assist, and playing at 7.33. He scored in the teens for United the last few seasons, but I'm hoping he's going to surpass that quite easily here. We also bring in a winger, can play either side, really as backup to Sacco and Tal, because we've got nobody really that can come in and step in and do the job for us. He's reasonably quick, his mentals look pretty good, but £38 million from Cologne. He's had a pretty good season last season, and I think again it's one of them players that we can pick up from our rivals and weaken them, and we just have as a very, very good backup if needed. And finally, with Kim Min-jae gone, we pick up £75 million Giorgio Scalvini from Atalanta. I think it's the perfect replacement. Only 23 years old as well. So him, De Ligt and Upamecano can all play in the central defence role. They'll fight it out between them who's going to be playing, but I'm assuming it's going to be De Ligt and Scalvini, maybe. So if we have a look at our best 11 now, it will have Højlund up front. We've got Tel, Musiala, Saka, Kimmich and Caicedo, Frimpong, Scalvini, De Ligt, Davies and Seaman in goal. I mean, it's a very, very good stacked side, especially in the attacking third. So far, so good. Friendlies went okay, even though there's just 2 of them. The Super Cup, we've done it 5 for 5. We've retained it, a 4-0 hammering of Dortmund. Then we played the Pokal Cup first round. We smashed it at Altona 10-0. With Højlund grabbing a hat-trick and a couple of braces from Saka and Tal. The league campaign, a little bit odd. 2 away victories at Borussia Mönchengladbach and Dusseldorf, and a 1-1 draw at home to Stuttgart, which I'm a little bit upset about. We did go ahead through Tal, but Paulson pulled one back just before half time. The Champions League, we have been drawn against AC Milan, Juventus, Galatasaray, Monaco, Liverpool, Real Madrid, Bilbao and Rangers. Again, I'm expecting us to hit the floor running and jump straight into the round of 16. We are currently lying in 3rd position. Because of that draw, Leipzig and Schalke take the advantage so far, and we've been drawn against Hanover in the Pokal Cup 2nd round. And the season preview sees us 1-3 to win the league. Dortmund closing the gap with Leipzig as well. And we've almost occupied the full 11 place of just Adeyemi and Lukiba and Larson as well from Frankfurt. Wow, occupying 3 places that we didn't manage to occupy. So let's go into our final season. Let's see if we can bring home the quadruple. We almost did it on a few occasions. Let's see if we can go and do it again. The league title comes back to Bayern. That's 4 titles on the bounce now. Apart from that first season where we bottled it, we retained the title, 4 on the bounce. With only 1 loss this season, we won it by 14 points, I think it was. Very, very dominant display. 113 goals, 30 wins, 22 conceded. But look at Dortmund, 17 conceded. But they've scored just over half the goals we did. We dominate all the awards. Saka, Højlund and Tal, leading goal scorers. Saka beats Højlund to the Golden Boot. Frimpong, Saka and Tal, best players in the league. Frimpong, Kimmich again into his 30s, and Saka, most assisters. Dennis doesn't get the Golden Glove. It's Kobel of Dortmund. I'm not surprised after only conceding 17 goals. And Frimpong, most player of the match awards in a season as well. That is absolutely phenomenal. As you can see, the league, for ever how long it has been, with just that 1 win for Dortmund in the first season, and then we have dominated since. Results: Dortmund, we win 3-0 at home, so that's good. So after the disappointment against Stuttgart, some big scores in there. Mainz 7-1, 4-1 against HSV, 4-0 against Wolfsburg. We do lose to Dortmund though, our only game, 2-1, and then it's another straightforward win. 5-0 against Union Berlin, 5-1 against Frankfurt, 8-1 against HSV. We only just smashed them 4-1 as well. It's no surprise when we scored over 100, but that's a lot better this season, I feel. So we've done the domestic double with the Super Cup, and now the treble with the Pokal Cup as well. We win that, and then we get knocked out in the quarterfinals of the Champions League to Inter Milan. But let's have a look at the Pokal Cup first. We beat Wolfsburg 4-1 in the final. Tell and Højlund, leading goal scorers in that competition. The semi-final, we beat Gladbach 1-0, just scraping through there. 3-0 against Cologne, 5-2 against Dresden. Second round, we won 1-0 against Hanover. Wow, another close game there. I think the first round we won it was 10-0 actually, Altona. So we started off well and then kind of scraped through all the way really. But a nice big tidy win in the final. The Champions League, in the quarterfinals, we lost 4-2 overall. I think we were losing 2-1 in the first leg as well. That's disappointing. Who went to win it? Man City beat Inter. So we didn't lose to the eventual winners though, but Man City did. So let's have a quick look at the league phase. Where did we finish? Wow, we only scraped into the top 8 on goal difference by looks of things. 24 goals we scored there. 5 wins from the 8. Rangers 6-0, Bilbao 2-0, Galatasaray 3-2, 7-1 against Juventus, and 2-1 against AC Milan. We drew with Liverpool and lost to Real Madrid and Monaco. Monaco being the surprise team in there who finished in 10th. Real Madrid finished top with Man City and Manchester United as well. So straight into the round of 16. We played Barcelona and we beat them 9-5 with a 6-0 second leg victory. That's incredible. We were, 5-3 down at that point after the first leg? Wow. Could have been 5-0 and we come back and win 6-0 in the second leg. That's fantastic. Quarterfinals, we know about that. Disappointed we didn't get any further. It really is. The semi-finals, just out of curiosity, Inter played AC and beat them 4-3 with Man City beating PSG 3-1. So squad-wise, it looks very, very nice indeed. Just a couple of players over the age of 30. Kimmich now, he's still wanted. He's still wanted by Al Ittihad. Worth 40 million though, at 33 years old. That is a phenomenal feat. I wanted to hang on to him, being with Bayern Munich for quite a while. Feel it was quite fitting for him to finish here. 36 and 4 for Rasmus Højlund. He's fit into Kane's boots quite easily. Now a 5-star player. He just looks absolutely phenomenal, doesn't he? Wow. What a player if you can get him this earlier on. Wow. Saka as well, 26 years old, 33 and 21, 32 and 16 for Tal, who's only 23. Have a look how much he's actually improved, because we have had him from the start, and I think he was only 18 when we actually put him in, I think. Attributes all time. Yeah, a lot of improvements there. I mean, everything's gone up. I mean, it is pretty good. It really is. His physicals, wow, all of them going up. Kimmich, though, he didn't score as many goals, but 28 assists from Kimmich. Havertz, 7 and 7. He did play 44 games, though. Frimpong, 30 assists. Oh, my word. That's insane. Davis, only 8 assists this time round. What you been playing at, lad? And Dennis, 40 conceded, and Atubolo, he played a couple of games, conceded 4, but 23 clean sheets for Dennis this time round. I mean, it has been an incredible season. Everybody getting some game time in one way or another. Even Tillman getting some game time and getting a goal in 17 substitutions there. Did Mokoko come in? He got 2 and 2. That's not bad in 15 off the bench. That's pretty good as well. And Vidovic getting 12 off the bench, 1 and 2. That's not too bad either. But everybody getting involved. I mean, that is absolutely fantastic, I think. Finances, what they're looking at, well, they're still ploughing the money in, which is good to see. Staffing wise, we are the best of the best, the best of the best. Apart from this one here, the best is still Dortmund. Goalkeeper handling, that's disappointing, but we have claimed everything else, so that's pretty good. 93 points in the season's the most. The season's just gone. That's pretty good. Most league wins in the season, 30, so we've broken that one as well. Attendances, nothing. Oh, this one, 1.77 million against Dortmund in the Champions League, round of 16. Highest gate receipts. Most league goals by player in the season's 41, so Kane didn't actually do that in the end. But Frimpong gets the most highest rating. Most assists by player in the season's Frimpong, 30, just gone. What a season he's had. Clean sheets in a season, Seaman 27, brilliant. And Frimpong gets most player of the match awards as well. Oh, there's another one, matches without scoring. Well, there's a record you don't want too. Oh, we did beat a transfer though. Højlund, £130 million. And the highest transfer fee received, 125 for Sané. I think that's where we're going to leave it. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. This was quite a good little project. They are struggling of late, especially with Tuchel. And he is leaving at the end of the season anyway, so don't worry, Bayern fans. And Kimmich will be back on the field and not being left out as much as he has been of late, so maybe he is the difference. Definitely a fun little rebuild, this one, to get Bayern Munich back to dominancy in the Bundesliga. But if you have any other ideas of any other teams you would like to see rebuilt or a 5-season takeover, then please let me know down in the comments. But until the next one, thank you very much for watching. Thank you.